Unigear, and these are the collapsible trekking poles. These are great for backpackers, hikers, mountaineers, or trail runners who are looking to save weight and maximize the amount of space in their pack. You can see that the upper two shafts of this pole are made out of carbon fiber, and then these lower three sections here are all made out of 70-75 aluminum. That's going to make the pole strong yet lightweight. Also, you can see that Unigear is incorporating the Z design in this pole. It's not a telescoping pole, it is a collapsible pole. In this collapsed position, they measure 15 inches, and in the full maxed position, they measure 54 inches. Also, they only come in at 9.3 ounces each. They are very easy to deploy. With this lever on top, you can pop it open and expose this carbon shaft here. Once I get a grip on it, I can expose the next shaft down here and simply pull it into place, and you can hear everything click in. You can verify that it is clicked and in place by looking at this little push button here and making sure that it is extended. Once that's in place, I can then pull out the top section and get a nice dialed adjustment depending on the terrain that I am encountering. You do see that it does have a stop, and you don't want to go above that. Once it's in place, simply pop this lever closed and you're ready to hike. Now, one thing to mention is that if this lever is closed and you're still getting this to slide on the shaft, it's not quite tight enough. So it's easy to adjust. You have a screw back here, and simply tightening it 1/4 to 1/2 a turn will tighten this lever and in turn get a better grip on this shaft so that it doesn't slide. Now, if the opposite is true and it's a little bit too tight, again, you can loosen this screw just by 1/4 to 1/2 a turn, lock it down, and that should give you the proper adjustment. To collapse it, you simply push down on that button and slide one shaft into the other. At that point, it gives you enough slack to start pulling these apart and collapsing it down completely. This is great for trail runners who maybe need to throw these in their pack, start running, and then if they encounter terrain where they need the poles, they can easily pull them out, deploy them, use them, and store them back into their sack and back into their bag. The grip on these is also EVA foam. This is nice if you're wearing gloves. It gives you a great grip. Also, if you're not wearing gloves and your hands are perspirating, this foam does wick the moisture away. The poles are also very easy to use. Simply feed your hand up through the bottom of the strap, and then with your palm facing the pole, grab the strap and the grip at the same time. What's great about this strap is that it actually cradles my hand, so I don't need a death grip on the pole. The strap itself is actually supporting the weight of my hand, and I can loosely hold the pole, which makes it very comfortable. The grip, you can see, does extend down a little ways. This is nice because if you encounter steep terrain and you don't want to collapse the pole, you can simply grab a little bit lower and you still have an awesome EVA grip there to use and gain stability. The poles do come with 4 different attachments for the end. You can see right now I do have the carbide tip exposed. This is great for softer terrain such as sand, dirt, or mud. It comes with this nice rubber one here that I can easily slip over that carbide. Also, I have 3 others that it comes with. This is another rubber one that gives it just a little bit of shape that you can see here. You have a couple different baskets that screw right onto the end. This is a smaller basket that you can see, and then one that is just slightly larger that you can see there. These poles are a great option for hikers, backpackers, mountaineers, and trail runners because of how light they are, how stiff they are, and also how durable. It's great once you have these collapsed all the way back down. Unigear does send a bag with them to keep them stored. It's very easy to slip right in through the top, and it has a nice mesh back panel on it, so if you're having to store these while they're wet, they can still dry out. Simply pull the drawstring at the top, and these are stored ready for your next adventure. Again, these are the Unigear collapsible trekking poles.